Happy Friday, everybody. This is Jeana Huff with the Williams team here in Austin, Texas, and I'm here to give you your weekly update on the local real estate market. So first off, interest rates. Interest rates continue to be pretty volatile. They peaked the week before Labor Day at about 7.5%. They fell right before Labor Day to a little over 7%, and then they rose again right after Labor Day yesterday, to up to 7.3%. So they're still bouncing around in, kind of roughly that 7 to 7.5% range. There is a big new piece of news coming next week, the Consumer Price Index. That's a key inflation measure. And so we expect that that will have some impact on interest rates. Generally speaking, if inflation is higher than people expect, we would expect to see the rates tick up a little bit. Generally speaking, most of the economists that we're listening to and using as our advisors are telling us that rates are going to continue to be kind of roughly this range, maybe drifting a little bit higher until sometime kind of mid spring next year, mid next year, they'll start drifting down. So it's going to be kind of status quo for a while there on interest rates. But if you're a buyer, don't despair, right? There are some options. FHA loans and VA loans are pretty good options if you can qualify for them. And we are seeing sellers in their willingness to negotiate help buy down the interest rates for sellers in certain situations. So it's just really important that you work with a realtor you trust and a lender that you trust to make sure that you get the best rate for your situation. In terms of numbers of sales of homes, we usually see sales start to fall off in August through the end of the year. But last year, we actually saw an uptick in the number of closed sales. Some of that we think is probably just due to people waiting until the last possible moment to close a transaction before the school year started, hoping that interest rates would turn in their favor. And when they didn't turn, they went ahead and closed just because that's what they needed to do for their life. But it's possible that people are now starting to acclimatize to this new interest rate environment and are just kind of moving on with buying and selling however they need to based on their life circumstances. So we're going to keep a really close eye on that for you over the next few weeks and months. The number of homes available for sale, if you're in the market to buy in Austin right now, has remained pretty steady at about 12,000 homes for the past 3 months. If the normal patterns hold, we would expect to see that kind of drop off a little bit between now and the end of the year. But no matter what, that's still about 2,000 homes more than we saw in 2019. So right now, buyers have more to choose from, means they have more negotiating power than they did pre-COVID and during COVID. So that's good news for buyers. And then finally, we are seeing that prices are remaining pretty steady in August. The median home sale in August was 450, and it's been right around that for the past 3 or 4 months. That's still about 16% less than the very peak of 2022 before interest rates really started going up and the market started slowing down. But it's still 40% more than it was in 2019. So even though the Austin real estate market isn't quite as hot as it was last year, it is still a really good market to invest in over the long run. So that's it. We have 6 really great agents here on the Williams team, and we are here to help you answer any questions, guide you in any way that you need. We are not a high pressure team, so we're not going to push you to do anything you're not ready to do, but we love to talk about real estate. We'd love to learn more about you and what you need and see how we can help now or sometime in the future. Thanks, and have a great weekend, everybody.